Hi there. So today I'm going to change these wheels out. These are the anti-scalping or the adjustment wheels that certain mowers have. I have a YTH2348. It's a 48-inch deck, and this came with it. So there's 5 wheels in all. 1, 2, 3, and 2 on the other side. So there's 5 in all. So if you look at this, they're pretty old and it's been in use for 13 years. This machine has a 450 hours on it, and I decided I'm going to change these wheels out. Right, if you look at this one, it's not really doing anything. Right, I think it's all worn out. This plastic part is all worn out. So I'm going to change it out. I got these on Amazon for about $3.50 each. And even though there might be some wheels that may not be in too much of a bad shape, I decided for $3.50 I might as well just change them all out. Right, give the machine a bit more life. So I'm going to take a bolt spanner and take this off. You could also get the shafts to buy, right? But I didn't purchase those. I think these are okay, right? The plastic tends to go bad before the metal shafts do. So I'm just going to take one of these off and then let's see what condition it's in. Okay, so I use a vice grip to grab the shaft on this end, and I'm using a 14mm on the other end. Okay, I ended up using a ratchet. So this is the old wheel, and this is the new one. Right? I line them both up together. This part protrudes. I'm just comparing it to see how much wear and tear it has received. This one isn't too bad. So you put it on here. This nut goes on first, then the washer goes on this side, and then the shaft goes through the wheel. Alright, so let's put it back together. Alright, here we go. So I tightened up as much as possible, and looks good. So I'm going to change the others. The one in the front is really the bad one. I think it's all worn out. So let me change it and compare and see how the old one compares to the new one. Okay, so this is the one from the front. This is the one I took out first, and this is the new one. Now I'm looking at the diameters of the wheel. They're all about the same. The most significant difference I've seen is that the opening for this is a lot smaller here. You could barely get a bolt in, whereas if you look at this one, it's more worn, and this one is very worn. Right, so this is why the whole wheel was wobbling. I think it was just worn out inside. The wheel itself is okay. Right, initially I thought that this was worn out, right, with all the action rubbing on the concrete and wherever else, but actually it's the shaft that's worn out. So this is why I have to replace them. Right, initially when I got this I wasn't sure if the bolt would fit, but this is the way it's supposed to be, and this is the worn out version. Right, so unfortunately so much plastic has to waste. You have to throw all of this out just because this got worn out, but what choice do you have? So I'm going to change out the other wheels. All right, it's a pretty simple job. It takes a few minutes. You just need to grab the bolt on one end and turn on the other to get a nut out, and just swap them back out. So as a bonus, there's actually some additional holes that I saw that you could actually adjust where you want the wheel to go. So I initially decided to put it over here, which is a bit lower, but I put it back to where it was because I want, if you go too low, if you put the wheel too low, you're not going to be able to lower the deck all the way down to the ground because the wheel will be in the way. So I put it back where it was. In the back, however, I decided I would lower it one notch. because the deck in the back is typically higher than in the front. So I wanted the wheel to be more aligned with the front wheel. So I lowered it about 1/2 inch, which is, the deck is typically about 1/2 inch higher in the back. So I think it's all aligned now. So there you go.